some priority development projects carefully prepared by the federal government to impact on the lives of citizenry and replace them with the self-serving projects aimed at enriching their pockets. The National Assembly made cuts totaling 347 billion in the allocations of 4,700 projects submitted to them for consideration, and introduced 6,403 projects, which is private, amounting to 578 billion naira. Secondly, the president told Nigerians what they already know, which is the fact that it took members of National Assembly 7 months to pass the budget, a purposeful act aimed at sabotaging the federal government's effort to regularize the budget on January-December financial year. Now, as a civil society organization that is in the business of monitoring the budget or the budget process over the years, we feel pained that this year's budget, as passed by the National Assembly, followed the regular path of stealing in the name of bogus constituency projects. Now, it should be emphasized that in spite of the wishy-washy response from the National Assembly justifying its distortion of the 2018 budget, there is ample evidence to show that they indeed interchanged their constituents who elected them to make laws for the good governance of this country. We are aware that the president confirmed 2 weeks ago that during the consideration of the budget proposal by the National Assembly, the executive was approached by the lawmakers who indicated that they intended to increase the benchmark price of $5 from 45 US dollars, which is going to make $50 US. By explanation, the fact that the budget is being appropriated based on the benchmark, that is the oil benchmark. Before the budget, it was $45. But now, because the National Assembly wanted huge amount of money for them, they now propose to the executive that it should be lifted up, meaning let us have another extra $5, making $50. This is what the National Assembly proposed to the executive. What happened? Now, they've informed the executive and they intended to utilize $2, which is amounting to about 170 billion for projects selected by themselves. They asked the executive to suggest important projects that could be accommodated with the fund arising from the balance of $3 US. Now, we are therefore surprised that with an additional sum of 170 billion naira available for the National Assembly to spend on constituency projects, together with the sum of 100 billion already provided for in the budget. In fact, it's even about 125 billion. We're aware of that. Now, the National Assembly still went ahead to cut allocations to important national projects, thereby distorting the budget in order to further increase their allocation for constituency projects. The president's position was clear from his speech during the signing of the budget that about 70 new road projects have been inserted into the budget of Federal Ministry of Power, Works and Housing. In doing so, the National Assembly applied some of the additional funds expected from the upward review of the oil price benchmark to the ministry's votes. Regrettably, however, in order to make provision for some of the new roads, the amount allocated to some strategic major roads have been cut by National Assembly. This to us is a grave offense against the sensibility of Nigerians. We recall with sadness that only 2 years ago, that was 2016, a former chairman, House Committee on Appropriation, Honorable Abdulmumin Jibrin, blew the lead of a budget padding scandal, which incorporated the Speaker, Yakubu Dogara, and 3 other principal officers during the consideration of the 2016 budget submitted to them by President Muhammadu Buhari. We recall, with Honorable Jibrin also, among other things, indicated the Speaker as a principal character in the budget padding process, alleging that the injection of 40 billion for self and some principal officers out of the 100 billion approved for members' constituencies. According to him, the Speaker, alongside his deputy, Yusuf Lasson, Chief Whip, Alassane Dogara, and Minority Whip, Leo Oga, conspired to earmark the said 40 billion. In the same manner that only few of them, that is the principal officers, conspired to earmark 40 billion in the 2016 budget, Garba and other civil society organizations investigations reveal that very few senators and members of National Assembly are involved in the idea of increasing the oil benchmark as we speak also. Now, on this note, only few of them are aware of this also, and only few of them are beneficiary to the increase, meaning the budget, the items they inserted in the budget, it is not in the interest of all, even the members and senators. It means that some constituencies are not even beneficiaries of this. Now, on this note, we recall that among those who came down hard on the House during the saga was former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who said that the scandal had vindicated his 2012 comments that members of National Assembly were corrupt. Now, we stand by former President Olusegun Obasanjo's verdict on National Assembly, and we want to canvass that nation gets men and women of integrity into legislation. We're calling on people with integrity to take over this house. This is our position. It is true that there are corrupt people in this house. On that note, we stand to tell Nigeria, we are saying that Nigerians are wondering how could the same members of National Assembly who currently earn unjustifiable 13.5 million as monthly allowances still wants to continue to use the budget as their conduit pipe to be siphoning people resources. This time around, it is clear that the insertions are huge, which also signifies the size of the criminality behind the intent to hijack the budget. Now, Garba therefore demands that the issue should not be swept under the carpet as an internal affair of the National Assembly. No, it is one big scandal that brings to light how the nation's annual budgets have been padded over the years to the disadvantage of 180 million Nigerians and for the privileged advantage of a few individuals. Garba calls EFCC and the ICPC to wade into the matter and to do a thorough job of exposing federal lawmakers who are in the habit of ripping Nigerians off. It is necessary for such an action to be taken as to save the National Assembly from public ridicule and prevent Nigerians from seeing every one of them as corrupt and self-serving. Finally, we call on President of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, and Speaker, House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, to immediately step down from their offices as they've shown that they lack the requisite credibility and moral capacity to hold those positions in authority. Thank you, members of the press. God bless you and God bless Nigeria. Meanwhile, like we're saying, this is
at First View Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit First View Luxury Hotel. We are located at #1 Adeli Robamshile off Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofife, Stark, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.firstviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. First View Luxury Hotel, experience the home of comfort. They come.